By George, I think I've got it.
Hybrothetical Thinking.
I saw that Bigfoot walking across the screen and I thought to myself, wow, they are real.
I ask us all, is that really reasonable?
Hybrothetical Thinking.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
I'll show you a little of the evidence.
Hybrothetical Thinking.
Researchers at Stanford University School of Medicine have pioneered a cancer vaccine that eliminated all traces of cancer in mice.
You could find evidence of that, my friends. You could change the world.
Hybrothetical Thinking, a podcast for the hypothetical thinker.
Greetings, travelers, and welcome to Hybrothetical Thinking, a semi-informative podcast that explores the journey from probability all the way
I guess slower.
close to Johnny, stopping before touching him softly.
Touching. Okay.
And then
Softly.
caressing his hair.
And
pulling out a follicle, putting it in his butthole.
It went like from 50 mile an hour to like 20 mile an hour.
I know,
like
I'm working. It's a new bit that I'm working on. Yep. My name's Nick Floyd, and I'm joined by my co-hosts.
Say follicle?
Yeah.
Hey, y'all, I'm Taylor.
Hey, I'm Johnny.
And the way this works, if you haven't figured it out by now, is that Taylor or myself will do the research for our weekly episodes, and Johnny, sweet facial hair growing, eyebrow looking Johnny McJohnster goes into every episode completely blind, very similar to a coal miner
Okay, that's good.
who lost his light.
Yeah.
You damn right.
Coal miner with no canary to test the air.
He's definitely not that.
Exactly what Taylor said.
Coal miner without
Yeah, if you can't figure that out, it means that Johnny has no idea what we're covering each week.
Never.
And he still
I have
hasn't.
no idea.
Guys, you know what today is?
What's today? Today is Friday?
What is today, sir? What day is it?
I'm talking about the holy motherfucking Trinity.
Christmas Day?
Trinity.
It might as well be.
Christmas Day?
It's our 30th episode, y'all.
Holy shit,
Oh!
number 30. Oh my goodness.
Guess how many?
That's 3 times 10.
That's 3 times 10. Guess how many there are of us?
There's 3 of us,
There's
Nick.
3.
What?
Guess how many corners there are in a triangle?
3.
I was going to say 3.
You damn right, it's 3.
Illuminati confirmed.
Guess how many stars are in the sky tonight?
A lot.
It's divisible by 3. I can almost guarantee
Yes,
it.
exactly.
That's not likely.
No, it's multiple. Yes.
I don't know.
If it's even,
It's either.
If it's even, it's not divisible by 3. So there you go.
Why don't you go outside and count
Is
the
it?
goddamn
So
stars,
it's a
Johnny?
50-50 shot, dude. It's a 50-50 shot.
Wait, am I wrong? Can you? Is a divisible number be like 90? Is divisible by 3? Fuck. Never mind.
Whoa,
That math was wrong.
shit, yeah.
I
Yeah, boy.
rescind that. Never mind.
Visible stars.
More than a 50-50 shot. Then.
At night?
Yeah. Well, from where? Yes.
A
Where we
lot.
are.
Like millions of, like more stars than there are. Like more like specks of sand on the oceans. Like lots of stars.
I can't see a single star right now, so visible. No, I can't see a single one.
There's a lot
Are
of
you
stars.
indoors? Are you indoors, Taylor?
I am podcasting from the safety of my own home.
Good. You got to be careful. You got to watch out. There's bears. There's lots of bears. You got to watch out.
There are bears, dude. Speaking of bears, dude, there was like that crazy fight this past weekend.
It
McGregor
wasn't
and
crazy.
Khabib or whatever.
It sucked.
Well, I say crazy.
Khabib.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess the Khabib dude. I don't even watch it too often.
Yeah.
But I did see some YouTube videos
Yeah.
where that Khabib guy like wrestled bears
Yeah,
as a little kid.
like cub
Did
bears.
you guys see that?
Yeah, resembled
Yeah.
cub bears, and he fucking it was awesome.
That's some,
Doing a great job. I mean, the bear was definitely bigger than he was at the time. I mean,
Yeah.
much bigger.
Yeah,
Height-wise, it was probably pretty even, but
that's freaking wild.
dude.
it was very wild, dude.
That's crazy.
And it looked like it was an organized, like,
It was
bear
like-
training.
In the
kind of
left
thing, like
corner,
bear
we
fight
have
training.
a bear from the Soviet
A
Museum.
bear.
In the right corner, we have Khabib.
The tropics.
Guys, if you want to hear cutting edge conversation like this first every week, just make sure to hit that subscribe button. You can subscribe to this podcast to rest assured that you can get every episode first at 12:05.
One of us.
One of us. One of us.
12:05.
What? 12:05.
Gooble gobble, gooble gobble.
Taylor, how you doing, bud?
Man, I don't know if you guys can tell by the sound of my voice, but I'm a bit stopped up. Oh, I don't know why,
Oh.
but Other than that, I'm feeling pretty good, man. I've been working like a dog lately.
Yeah, you have.
And kicking some ass, dude. My band's got a show this weekend. It's gonna be fun.
Whoa, whoa.
Hell yeah.
How you guys doing?
Doing super good. I can attest. Taylor has been working harder than my lungs when I run. That was a bad analogy. I'm gonna leave Nick to the analogies. Anyways, I'm doing great. I'm doing super good.
Harder than Jonnys phallus when he listens to Hans Zimmer.
Oh, okay. I like Hans Zimmer. Call me crazy. I'm a fan.
Who doesn't like Hans Zimmer?
Nick thinks he's in.
I know, it's fine.
Oh,
jeez.
Dude, Lion King, freaking Blade Runner,
Yeah.
freaking Interstellar.
But now he's just making
or
noises.
not Interstellar.
He's just
Interstellar as
making
well.
sounds. He's arpeggiating
Lion
shit.
King?
Yeah, he co-wrote that apparently.
Yeah, he produced it.
Which
Or maybe produced it.
All of the songs?
Dude, I don't know.
What?
I looked
Pretty
up
sure it was
today on
Elton John.
Google.
There's a lot of Elton John on there.
But he for sure worked on a lot of crazy shit. Like Inception. This guy's wild, dude. We're wild and crazy. Anyways, I'm doing great though. I'm doing super good.
Yeah, wait, where were we getting about you being hard?
I don't know.
I lost my train of thought.
Good, because I don't like it. Anyways,
Okay, all right,
so
perfect.
everything's great. The weather's getting way better here in Spring Hill, Tennessee. It's like was really hot. Now it's about to get into those 50s, 60s for fall time, and I'm stoked.
You talking about the moody 60s.
Moody 60s.
Moody
Nick,
60s.
how are you doing today, sir?
Let me tell you how I'm doing.
Tell me.
Tell us.
I went to the Kroger's the other day,
The Kroger's.
and I was feeling a little frisky, feeling a little excited, wasn't sure what was going to happen.
You were hyperphallic.
I was. And I was wandering through the Kroger's thinking, well, this is new. I'd usually have a list when I go,
Yeah,
but I didn't have a list this time. I was winging it. I was free falling, Tom Petty style. And so, so I'm wandering through the Kroger's, and I wind up in the aisle closest to the beef jerky, which is the aisle that contains the Oreos.
I've been there. Yeah.
Contains
Chocolate
the
almonds?
the Nutter Butters.
So good.
But once
It's weird. At my Kroger's, those aisles are not close to each other.
Oh,
Really?
It's one aisle.
Yeah.
it's one
pretty
aisle.
It's
far
also
away.
right next to the floral section.
It is right next to the floral, so you get that hint of
Nature.
unhealthy cookies
Yeah.
and a little bit of nature smacking you right in the face.
Oh, are these cookies healthy? Yeah, I can smell the health.
It smells like herbs.
The earth smells so chocolatey.
So I'm walking up and down these aisles, and I'm just like, all right, something good's got to be here. There's a cosmic reason why I wandered into this aisle.
Okay.
And there it was.
What?
There it was.
Ooh, ow, ow.
What?
Ginger snaps.
What was it?
Oh!
Ooh, ginger snaps.
That's pretty good.
I saw some ginger snaps, and I thought, you know what? This is the reason I'm at Kroger. This is why I'm here right now. And I bought them.
Are they always there?
Yeah.
but this specific time
This one time,
was why.
it was, yeah.
You were called by
You could like
them.
feel it, right?
I could feel the ginger snaps.
About 2 weeks prior, I was 4 lanes down from that aisle, and I was trying to do a front handspring.
And you heard the Jumanji drums?
Yeah.
It's like, did anybody else hear this?
I was trying to do a front handspring, and I fell and landed right into the water.
Wait, in Kroger?
Yeah, I did. My friend didn't think I
You
could do
back
it.
handsprung in the Kroger?
I down the aisle right next to the alcohol, and it was in between alcohol and like the liquids, and I did a
Oh,
front
a lot of
handspring.
bottles there, bud.
Yeah, I
You
know.
Save those moves for Walmart, bud. Kroger's a fine establishment.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a Walmart move for sure.
I've never fall. You guys know I don't fall when I do that trick, but I fell on my ass and sprayed my hand. I felt like a little. And one of the workers looked at me and started chuckling, and I was like, "Damn, I look stupid."
Sprained your hand? Dude, go back and fucking sue him.
I should.
Like, why can't you just do handstands, in their establishment without getting hurt? You know?
It wasn't a handstand; it was a front flip. or
Shame
front
on you,
handspring,
Kroger.
but-
The angle was just right. You guys built your Kroger on a slant. Therefore, I am suing you because I am an American citizen and I have the right to do so.
They didn't have a wet
Was
sign.
there a posted no
No, there was
somersault sign?
there was no wet floor sign. It was slippery.
There was no signage. No signage. All right, we'll talk to your lawyer.
Last
We'll
time-
talk to the Hybro lawyer.
Last time there was no sign. Taylor climbed a line in Trafalgar Square, and
This
they
is
got
very true.
in England.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So back to those
Well,
ginger snaps.
apparently
I was
there
talking
were
about.
Back to ginger snaps.
The ginger snaps are delicious. They remind me of fall, and that's a little taste
A fall.
of how my week has been.
Yeah, I'm excited for beanies
No.
and warmth.
I know, beanie weather, scarves. I'm a scarf guy. I
We're
only
still about.
own one scarf.
go ahead.
I own one scarf.
You own one scarf.
Is it gray and it goes with everything?
It's black,
Uh,
and it was
Black goes with
it
everything.
was a gift.
I have gray,
don't
black,
own any
red,
scarves.
white. I have all the scarves.
Taylor, you're a shorts guy. What are you gonna?
I'm a hella shorts guy. I got like 25 degrees to go before I can wear any kind of beanie, any kind of jacket.
Taylor gets.
I have to wear pants for work,
Okay.
unfortunately. But
I thought you were going to say you have like an inch longer shorts you wear in the wintertime to like make a difference. Those like have an
I
effect.
put on my John Cena shorts. They go past my knees. You can't see me. Now, these ginger snaps, these ginger snaps you speak of, are they the ones that have the little frosting on them, or are they just plain old ginger snaps?
They're plain Kroger brand ginger snaps. I'm moving up though. I'm moving
Still
up.
sounds good. Still sounds good.
Oh wait, before I wrap up the ginger snap situation, I was on the same aisle. Guess what other shit I bought?
Fig Newtons.
You fucking
Oh,
What?
shut up.
What?
Are you serious, dude?
What?
Yes!
Oh, my God. All right.
There are hundreds of
Holy
items in the aisle.
You could have said Oreos. You could have
No,
said
dude.
Almonds, raisins, like peanuts.
You could have said vanilla
But I
wafers.
said Fig Newton, son.
Holy shit!
Oh, synchro.
Oh, dude.
God,
Synchronicity. Synchronicity.
I'm sweating right
dude,
now.
no joke.
Holy shit.
No fucking joke. We saw First Man last night. And Johnny and I were walking around, and he drops this quarter. It's this quarter that we used all day to like unscrew stuff on our tripods.
Yeah.
It bounced around the office. Johnny gets up out of the car. The quarter falls out of the car.
Yeah.
Picks it up. It's on Tails.
2002.
He looks at it. It's a fucking astronaut on the back of the quarter, and we went and saw First Man that night.
It was crazy.
Was it good?
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
I cried 3 times.
I'm gonna go see it again.
I want to see. Man, from the previews, dude, it looks insanely good.
Yeah.
But I was wanting so bad. I haven't seen it, but I wanted so bad for it to be some crazy twist at the end. Like the whole, second half of the movie is really about they get on the moon and there's aliens there and stuff.
Before the credits roll, they're on the moon. You hear, cut!
Yeah,
And then
dude.
it rolls the credits. It's like, wait, what the fuck just happened?
Oh, I've been mind fucked.
Inspired by Stanley Kubrick.
We thought that something like that was going to happen, but unfortunately, no. Oh, did we just spoil it? No, it comes out Monday. It comes out Monday.
No, it comes out Monday.
Tight.
Well, it comes
Oh,
out Friday,
shit.
but podcast is out
Yeah,
on
that's what I'm
Monday.
saying. Yeah.
So we can spoil everything.
Yeah, probably everyone would have seen it by in 3 days' time, probably.
Yeah.
I've seen episode 2 of The Walking
Retroactive
Dead.
spoiler alert.
I can spoil that shit right now on a Wednesday.
On a Wednesday. You want to know how busy Taylor is? We have to record this episode 2 days early because he's so freaking busy. He's a celebrity. At this
I know,
point.
we're extra early.
A celeb, dog. Timing is crazy, dude. Timing is crazy. Day, night, sleep. I don't even fucking know where I am anymore. What day is it?
Time is a
I don't
circle,
even
Taylor.
know.
Time.
It's circular. It
It's
goes
circle.
up and down and around.
Yep.
It is
Circular.
a river.
Carousel.
Hey, hi, bros. Time to take a break to caffeinate. While you're listening to a podcast as unpredictable as ours, you need a coffee that's going to keep you on your toes. That's why I reach for the strongest coffee on the planet, Death Wish Coffee. Available ground or whole bean. Hell, you can even get them in K-Cups. Available at deathwishcoffee.com. That's deathwishcoffee.com.
Speaking of time and circular and Triforce,
Okay.
we're going to do something different today.
What we gonna do?
It's the 30th episode,
30.
30.
and there's 3 of
30.
us. And so
3.
the only way to celebrate...
Wait.
What?
If you take 30 and then add 3 to it, that comes out to 33. Illuminati confirmed.
So there's 3 of us. It's episode 30. We went back and forth. Like, do we have a guest on? Do we do this? Do we do that? Do we,
Fire Johnny.
do we fire Johnny? Do we?
It's been offered up. People have offered it up. Like, maybe you should just kill him.
Well, yeah. Do we
Yeah,
kill him
man.
live on air? Do we sacrifice him to Beelzebub
It might
tonight?
still happen. I don't know. They haven't
he's
told me
able-
about that yet.
No, we don't do any of that. What we do is we have a special Hybro, Tribro news
Tribro.
update. We're going to hit you with some Hybro news. We each picked a very important piece of news to us that we wanted to share. And
So important.
We're gonna
So important.
We're gonna split it all up, and we're gonna give you guys some news, and we're gonna talk about that today. And it's some good shit. You're gonna feel more. This is an informative episode.
So
This isn't semi-informative anymore. We are moving
Yeah.
into informative territory.
So what you're
today.
saying, Nick, is that I have a part in today's.
Holy shit. We're going to unleash the fucking genius that has been hiding as our third host here.
They said we never
you
would.
guys don't know what's going to happen.
Let's not sell me too far. I'm going to try.
Release the Kraken.
We're holding you back for their own good, but I don't know. I think they deserve a little pop.
Well, good.
A little pop of inspirado from old Johnny.
Good news is, if I bomb it, I'm going right back to where I was, and uninformative.
He's got nowhere else to go but down.
Your cage. Get the hose, mama.
So that's what's going to be. Don't worry. If it sucks, guys, next week I'll be back to where I was.
Yeah, that's right. That's correct. If it sucks, you can just skip it.
And if I do well, I think I'll also go back to the way it was, because it's not easy doing the research, just things.
Yeah, and one thing we're doing now as well is if you go on iTunes or whatever service you're listening on, you click that little info button to read about the episode. If you're not doing that already, you can find out what we're talking about in each episode, and now you can see the minute markers as to when we talk about news and the actual episode, because sometimes we want to talk about news for 20 minutes.
So this week it's going to be like
cool.
0 to end.
Yeah, well, no, it'll be that. We'll split it up, so it'll be Nick, Taylor, Johnny, and then that way, if you don't want to hear Johnny, you can just skip it.
There's a lot of people kicking off when Johnny starts talking. They're all gone. Why are
the statistics are saying they're all listening to Johnny.
Speech, yeah.
It's like they all start tuning in when I start talking.
Yeah, it's very true. So, I mean, fuck. Should we just dive right in?
Well, wait. So,
all right, wait, what?
So wait,
Rochambeau?
We can Rochambeau, but I can't see
scissors.
So,
but whatever you didn't pick.
So since Taylor was hosting this week, should you start, Nick?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's Taylor's episode this week. So I'll start with some news. Start it off fresh.
So fresh, so clean.
And then we'll what? Go to Taylor, and then we'll go to you.
That sounds
youngest finish last.
That way, if Taylor's crushing it and we go over, I don't even have to go. I'm all set.
Exactly.
Oh shit! I wouldn't count on that.
Awesome. All right, cool.
He's gonna botch it on purpose just to make yours shine.
Go. Cool. Then I'm all ready.
All right, check this out.
Check it.
Checking.
Yeah, hybro nuggets. We were talking about that. We were saying we were talking about if you put the word hybro before damn near anything, it sounds cool. Taylor, give me one.
Hybro bean.
Johnny, give me one.
Hybro hot dog.
Hybro sandwich.
We were giving out hybro hugs like crazy in Orlando.
Hybro?
It went over well.
Hybro high fives.
Hybro t-shirt.
Hybro.
I'm botching it now.
Hybro
eyes. Pull my phone up.
Hybro smile. Hybro script. Hybro podcast. Hybro microphone. Hybro topic. Hybro alien. Hybro Bigfoot. Hybro planet. Hybro flat Earth. Hybro food.
Hybro.
Hybro hickey.
Hybrothetical thinking.
Hybrothetical thinking. A podcast.
Hybro Johnny.
You looking at the actual text?
Yeah, I think the one I was most proud of was Hybro butthole, but
I was not proud of that one.
Oh yeah, hybro hole. Yeah,
hybro hole.
I don't like that.
HybroTrinity is what it is. Hashtag
anything with a hole on it. It's just like
orifices are nasty.
Today's episode is sponsored by hashtag HybroTrinity. If you're listening to this episode, make sure to use the hashtag HybroTrinity. Bless you.
All right, good afternoon.
Let's dive the fuck in.
Right,
okay, let's do this.
Part two.
All right, so we're just gonna hit this hard, guys. This blew my mind. All right, I'm a space guy. I consider myself a space guy. I'm a science nut.
Yeah, you're a bit spacey, Nick.
Oh, you got him. You got him.
Burn.
You got me too good. I might quit.
Oh, don't do that.
I fucking quit, guys.
All right, well.
I'm going to issue a hybro take back.
All right, fair. I'll hybro accepted.
Hybro dumb, is that where?
Hey!
Okay, that was offensive. I'm sorry.
Hybro take back ×2. All right. Known as fast radio bursts, or FRBs, these ultra-short, ultra-powerful pulses of ancient energy are the universe's brightest flashes until you cannot see. Wait, sorry. They're the brightest flashes you can't see.
Can or can't?
You cannot see them.
And they're bright as fuck.
They're bright as fuck and you can't see them. They travel billions of light years across time and space, shine with the intensity of nearly 100 suns, and then blip out of existence mere milliseconds after reaching the range of earthly telescopes.
Really?
Because they're aware. Fuck!
Because they're what?
Just a butchered it. Because they are radio waves, they do all of this while remaining totally invisible to the human eye.
So telescopes can see them, but we can't?
No.
I think you said they just by merely seconds get in the face of a telescope and then they go away.
These telescopes are all different kinds of readings. Though,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
But they
different
can
kinds of
read them
telescopes.
and then they go away. Because how else will we know they're there?
Yes.
So, and they're the brightest things ever?
Yeah.
So what is it, like a neutron star exploding or like reaching supernova and then it just like goes out?
Nobody knows.
Oh.
But
It's got the power of a million exploding suns.
you're damn right. So we got some hypotheticals diving in here. This is on livescience.com. Very reputable source for all my weird
that
ass
place.
news. But while only about 30 FRBs have been detected since their initial discovery in 2007, astronomers think they may be a near constant phenomenon that modern technology isn't equipped to fully capture. Crazy.
Which would seem out of place. I feel like we're at a place where we can see damn near everything, or at least try to.
Right.
And you're telling that this has been going on, and we're like, I don't know how to fucking do it.
Right.
Like, come on.
The intensity of nearly 100 suns.
And we can't see that?
No.
Like, I can see you, and you're not nearly as bright as a sun.
Can you see me?
I mean, you're not Taylor wearing shorts to John Cena
Oh,
style.
it's a radio wave, though. I mean, right?
Yeah,
I
but
mean, so yeah, we're not going to see the brightness of it.
But like, if we can make
Would
the
that
reading,
equate to loudness, or what does that equate to? Like its brightness? What does that equate to? I wonder. Like loudness or frequency range? Like it's higher pitched? I don't even get it.
It doesn't make sense, but like today, so this is published today, a study in the journal
Today?
Nature. Yeah, today, October 10th, when we're recording. Journal Nature added evidence saying that thanks to high-tech telescopes in Australia, quote, we found 20 fast radio bursts in a year, almost doubling the number detected worldwide since they were discovered in 2007.
Wait.
Damn, dog.
To that-
Wait, this is...
Sorry, you go.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, I'll go. So 2007, what is that, like 12 years ago? No, it's not.
That's 11
Definitely not 12 years ago.
11 years ago.
It's 2018.
Math.
Pretty much 12.
Math. It's basically 12.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on what part of the year it was. Beginning of that year, end of this year. Anyways, so 11 years ago, they started detecting these things, and they're getting more and more.
Yeah, so when it started in 2007, they only found about since 2007 they've only found 30 FRBs total.
Oh,
wow.
Like what is that? Like 3
Since
years?
2007.
Oh, 30? You say 30?
30 FRBs.
Dude, episode 30.
Oh shit!
Shit, son.
Synchronicity right there, dude.
Get out of here.
Dude, you notice
So
that?
are these like bundles of bursts? Like 30 bundles of bursts? I guess like because they're fast, or is it just like one and gone? I wonder.
That I don't know. I mean, I kind of glazed it. I mean, donuts can be glazed. It's fine.
Glaze it and graze it, baby.
Crazed it.
But they said they've proved that fast radio bursts are coming from the other side of the universe rather than from our own galactic neighborhood. So these shits, they're coming from like intergalactic.
Like random places.
Planetary intergalactic. So this means one thing. We got aliens on the other side of the spectrum here trying to hit us with radio waves, which they probably had been trying to hit us with all different other kinds of waves. And then they realized, oh shit, let's try some with radio waves because we like radios.
Dude.
And then boom, they sent us radio waves. And now we've been getting radio waves since 2000.
Makes sense, but it's like, wouldn't they just realize that we can see light in our own spectrum? Like, why are sending that shit?
Right. Like to the human eye, it's not visible. We don't even have the technology to see it. So what if a higher power is communicating to us
Wrongly.
and we can't even fucking see it?
Yeah,
Makes me so dumb.
I've watched things in the past where it was like they're trying to say, oh, it's dumb for people to be, have satellites out listening for radio frequencies coming from outer space because if there were intelligent beings out there trying to communicate with us, why the fuck would they be using radio? Because
Right.
that's pretty low tech, I guess.
Well, it's maybe to us.
But I guess it's a different kind of radio thing, so there's a different kind of radio wave, I guess.
Well, in
don't know.
the new study from the International Center for Radio Astronomy Research in Australia,
International, how do you pronounce, or what's the abbreviation for that?
ASCAP.
I knew it.
Oh, wait, wait, sorry. It's I cry. It's fine.
I thought it was
fine.
ASCAP.
I was about to say, all these people have been taking our royalties for these musician royalties, and they've been applying it to their radio research. What the hell?
So
That's where all my checks been going.
So Ryan Shannon, who's an astronomer at the Swinburne University of Technology, And his colleagues used the Australian Square Kilometre Array Pathfinder, also known as ASCAP, which is a cluster of 36 identical antennas linked up to a single powerful radio telescope. And what these do is they monitor a wider swath of sky for FRBs than has ever been observed before. They're doing this in Australia.
Swath.
Each ASCAP antenna watches the sky at a slightly different angle, leaning out of the remote, scrubby plains of Western Australia to stare down 240 square degrees of space all at once. According to the researchers, the array monitors a slice of sky with about 1,000 times the area of the full moon.
That's wild.
Crazy.
Well, yeah, that is big.
Wild.
Yeah. That's ridiculous.
So, what do you think it means?
I don't know. So the last little piece they have is essentially like so the subtext of this section is the mapping missing matter. So after the scientists in the Australian university have recorded 20 new FRBs in the past year, ASCAP scientists have also been able to estimate how far each pulse of light has traveled across the cosmos. As FRBs surge through the universe, they pass through clouds of intergalactic dust and gas that slow and stretch the light's waveform.
Sure.
And this quote comes from another Jean-Pierre Macquart,
Jean-Pierre,
who's a senior lecturer at ICRAR. He says, the burst reaches Earth with its spread of wavelengths arriving at the telescope at slightly different times, like swimmers at a finish line.
Okay.
Timing the arrival of the different wavelengths tells us how much material the burst has traveled through on its on its journey. The wider the spread of wavelengths in a given pulse, the more likely the pulse has traveled through an enormous stretch of the universe, perhaps several billions of light years before finally colliding with Earth.
Long way.
In fact, studying FRBs could even help astronomers figure out exactly what types of matter exist between galaxies.
Weird.
So
it's crazy.
If it was like a really tightly packed like pulse, you'd be like, all right, that's in like 1 light year away, essentially.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess they're assuming that all these bursts are coming at the same time. Like when a burst happens, everything in the burst is coming from the same point at the same time. I guess that's an assumption.
Yeah, you'd assume though, Taylor, that if it's only happening like let's say like 3 times a year, that each burst would be its own thing, and that months apart wouldn't be a straggler.
Think about like when you have like a rail gun or a machine gun. I mean, you shoot them rapid fire. They're single bullets shot at different times, yet that event could be looked at as one event. You empty the whole clip, kind of thing.
Well,
I don't know.
Well, still, each one of those is its own burst.
I don't know. I guess it depends on how you look at it. You could say that the whole flurry of fire was one single burst.
Right.
Like a burst of rounds.
Are you saying there's an alien out there with a gun shooting at us?
Well, that's what they're saying. So if this is indeed, the fast radio burst, if this is indeed that, and this is live science, and there are some hypotheticals they bring up, but if it is indeed that, if they study this further and they continue advancing their equipment and really keeping an eye on it, it could actually get us closer towards completing the map of the known universe. The universe, which is insane.
Can map it?
Yeah. Because we're able to, with this technology, we can see how far they're traveling. And if they're traveling X amount of time, if you're doing the math and you're like, okay, we studied this year, these 20 average to travel from about this far. Oh shit, it's 2019. These 20 beams averaged to travel about X far. And it's, it's further or shorter or whatever. But it could not be that at all. It could literally be, and these are the hypotheticals they provide on live science. These mysterious pulses could be distant flashes of supermassive supernovas. It could be the wild spin of universe's speediest neutron stars.
Both of those things I offered up first.
It could be the thrust of alien spacecraft sailing across the cosmos.
Oh, like a Enterprise.
Yeah, like an alien spaceship.
And then that thruster is what being sent. But we're
like, that's plausible. That's like a plausible situation that like you only see 20, so they're only getting so close. Maybe they only come. You think
about how much of a straight line though they'd have to be traveling to come into our pathway though.
Warp speed.
Like it would have to be pretty deliberate, like moving in our direction. You know,
And dude,
like that's a pretty sharp, like very acute angle that from going that distance. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, think about
seems purposeful.
Think about human cruise control. You know, the Tesla shit. Like you get your Tesla on auto drive and you put that on auto drive and it's driving between those lines because it knows to be in the straight line.
Yeah.
Well, that would kind of imply that something would either coming at us or going away from us, but like in a direct path with us.
Well, yeah,
though, right?
it would have to be exactly direct for us to like see it hit us, and that's like the likelihood of a meteorite, or is it asteroid? It's asteroid going towards us, and not to mention, you know, you're saying that this ship has to be the brightest thing in the known universe, dude. There's no way that thing's like brighter than a neutron star.
Right.
There's no, and to me, and they calculate heat. This is a nerdy fact, I know, but they calculate heat in a lot of different ways. But people are like, oh, the hotter it gets, the redder it gets. That's not necessarily true. You can have stars that are red dwarfs, you know, white. You can have orange. They call them pumpkin stars, that are different colors. Like you have a clean flame, it turns blue. There's different colors. So how in the heck? Sorry, that little nerdy this there. How in the heck would
you also get real heated.
Yeah, I just don't
talking about flames.
I think
and
it's
whatnot.
stupid that they are saying
you're showing that you have the heat of 100 suns, Johnny.
Thank you.
Power of 1,000 exploding suns.
But it make
little horse the band on that ass.
It make more sense that there would be a sun that was that bright, unless a civilization was able to harness something
right
brighter than a fucking. That's not possible.
I don't know. Who knows how? What's the brightest thing that could exist? Like, is there a cap to how bright something can be before it just is no longer? I don't know. Could something be so bright that it's no longer bright? It's no longer visible? I don't know.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. And like one thing that really, why I gravitated to this article is that the headline of the actual article is astronomers confirm Earth is being bombarded with ancient invisible energy from another galaxy.
Confirm my ass.
I mean, it's confirmed. I mean, it traveled like the distance.
It has to be ancient. Yeah. Well, I guess it's still super fast, but it has to be old at least.
But
right?
like that's what blows
that far?
That's what blows my mind is like in this whole piece they don't talk about the ancient side of it. They just call it. They put the word in there. So if I said
it sounds like aliens, but
if literally my dad did something and I was like my ancient ancestor, it sounds dope as shit.
But
it's not true.
Right,
yeah.
So it's like, how do you know that these beams of light that were discovered in 2007 are ancient, invisible beams of light?
Yeah, because technically it's believed that every single, there's a good number of percentage of stars you look at the night sky that are all dead and the light hasn't reached us yet.
Right.
So those are all ancient lights.
But I guess all planets are ancient. I guess.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
I guess.
Absolutely. I mean, absolutely. Yeah. Everything in the universe is ancient as fuck.
Compared to me, you guys are both ancient. Oh, shit.
Oh, damn. Whatever.
I
got gray hairs popping out, man. I've been seeing them lately. It sucks.
So is George Clooney. He looks good as hell.
Yeah.
Silver Fox.
He's an old man, though.
Yeah,
I'm not an old man.
He looks hot as hell. So I'm just saying.
I got a question.
Whoa.
I got a question for you. So with this whole ancient shit being brought up, like them deeming that it's ancient invisible bursts of energy, which is crazy. If space is the concept of space to us is futuristic, right?
Oh, totally.
Like getting out into space, I'd say so, yeah.
Yeah, so getting out into space, but like
or the galaxy, a long time ago, far away.
Yeah. the concept of galaxies and supernovas and all that shit, it sounds like something of the future, but yet what's outside of this planet of Earth is ancient. So space is an ancient thing, and that was the attraction of this article, and that blew my fucking mind because it's like space is ancient. I've never heard anybody describe it that way.
Yeah, that was weird. Except for fucking George Lucas.
I guess, yeah, he got it right.
Yeah.
He's an alien, probably.
That makes
probably was.
So you're saying it's future for us, but it's ancient because of the time. And the only reason that it's called ancient is because it was created or it became so long ago. But I don't know. We only started understanding it recently, though. So, I don't know.
I mean, we still don't understand. Let's be honest.
That's true.
Like, we still have no
Yeah,
idea.
it's definitely an ancient thing, but...
Yeah.
I mean, it's the most ancient thing that we can know of.
It's crazy.
But there's like operating in it, I guess, is pretty futuristic, or like discovering all these new things that, you know, and defining all these things that are happening.
Totally.
Like these fucking crazy waves.
I'm getting anxiety talking about it. Like, that's what it does to me.
I just did a little bit ago. I was thinking about like how insignificant and unimportant I am, and I'm like, there's fucking aliens shooting blaster bolts at us, and I'm like, here, and I don't matter. I don't fucking matter.
It's so weird.
I always reserve in the back of my mind that, you know, crazy shit isn't happening because I'm not in one of these weird places where if I did go to one of these weird places, it'd be just like out of a movie. Everything would start crumbling around us. The light would shine right above my head, and it'd be like, "You are the chosen one.
Oh, you're the chosen
All will be now that you are here. You have arrived." And then I will take my true form.
That's how we met, Taylor.
I was imagining everyone's perception the first time they meet me. I get it now. I get it.
The same thing happened to me. The same thing happened to me, basically, I'd say.
Yeah, so that's some crazy news for you. That's my pick of the day.
That was good.
That's my hybrid
Pick of
news.
the day.
Any more thoughts you'd like to
like
add
that.
about that before we move on?
So your hypothetical was what exactly? Or their hypothetical was it was an alien ship. It wasn't
Yeah,
Star,
like what
or
if it was an alien
exploding
ship? What if it was a supermassive nova or whatever?
Supernova. I think it's got to be a star. I think it's got to be some star we have not discovered amidst some crazy pulse. Or maybe maybe it's one of those things where it's like we either a sun explodes or becomes a black hole. Maybe there's like another option. I don't know. That
well, space weather exists, and it could be simple as that. Like we have earthquakes, and we have hurricanes, but they don't happen every day. And if you're only averaging it out, like how many earthquakes happen in a day on Earth? How many hurricanes happen in the day in the Earth? I'm not asking.
Yeah.
I'm asking the universe.
But we're one planet, and like for instance, our sun makes up like 99.8% of the mass of our solar system, just our solar system. That is so insignificant. Our storms are so insignificant.
I'm seriously about to have a panic attack right now talking about this.
So the complexity and the grandeur of everything else is very likely that there's storms that are much bigger, that are planet destroying, that are sun destroying, that are universe changing.
Word.
But I mean, there's not storms out there in space, right? I mean, there's no atmospheres of storms and weird things happening. It's just shit running into each other and stars exploding.
But for instance, a solar flare from a sun can destroy a planet. And that same sun can explode itself. Who's to say that there's not multiple suns getting together and essentially getting their own gravity shifts, and then those explode, rip each other apart? Exactly. You can imagine that fusion, like that, essentially like a atomic bomb reactor, like a literally reacting in two stars touching each other. That's like, dude, that's like crazy. That's like ET touching a finger. It's like, whoa.
Yeah, except not as magical and giving me anxiety.
All right, we'll move on. Sorry.
Also, I was going to say, if there was a star, if this was caused by like an exploding star or whatever, a neutron star, whatever it was, no matter what kind of star, if it was caused by an exploding star, I'm assuming, I don't know much about how stars explode, but when they explode and the energy goes in all directions, then it would be inevitable that some of it would hit us.
True. On that point, so many fun facts. Science and space makes you go crazy. The concept of infinite power and energy is if we could put a bubble, basically like imagine a soccer ball with all those hexagons or pentagons.
Like a round football, you mean?
Yeah. Shut up. We put a big one around a black hole, and then open up one of those octagons, and all the energy gets protruded or ejected out of that one hole, and we could basically harness that. That's the only way we could essentially find infinite energy. I'm not sure how I got on that topic, but
I have no idea how you got
something
there.
Taylor said, and that fucking triggered me. And he said, how suns turn into black holes.
Oh, okay.
Anyways.
Well, that's all I got to contribute about that. I want to get as far away from this topic as humanly possible now.
I regret it.
I like space.
I enjoy space, but it also terrifies me. If you guys want to make a movie that truly scares me, just don't put aliens in space. Just make a movie about someone getting lost in space.
Lost in space?
No, not that shit.
But
there's robots in there. I don't want robots.
It's just like somebody floating. That's very scary.
Yeah, like Gravity, but if they didn't have anything. Like if they literally, if their ship exploded.
So George Clooney when he was floating away.
Yeah, but a whole movie about George Clooney floating away.
That would suck.
That would suck.
Dude, could you imagine? That would be the single most horrifying movie theater experience for me.
Dude,
I don't know. If it was George Clooney, though, it'd
Yeah.
probably be okay because he's just cool as a cucumber. He's floating away into infinite space. And he's like, oh, it's okay. Just think of, I don't know. What is he telling her to think about? Does she have a daughter or
Yeah,
something?
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Just think about your daughter.
Yeah, just think about your daughter.
Dude, it's so stupid.
And he's so happy the whole time.
All she had to do was give one tug on his suit, and he would literally like launch towards her, and he'd be fine. That fucking movie, the physics makes me so uneasy. Okay, anyways, Taylor, what's your topic about?
Taylor.
All right,
yeah,
guys,
turn
here
it.
we go.
Turn it up. I'm passing the torch, Taylor.
Turn it up.
Turn it up to
Well,
1,000.
honestly, actually, if Nick has
Episode 30. 30.
It sounds crazy. I don't want to rechange the form of it, but if you want to, I could go because my topic.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. You're
Okay.
last.
Okay.
Because mine's just a little tidbit.
Wait
We wanna
your
give
turn,
you-
boy.
We want to give you the full forum, Johnny.
I think it would help
to
you, Nick. I think it would help you.
explode these listeners' heads with your research.
Okay.
I need a break from space, Johnny. Give me a break from space.
Okay. I understand.
Space break. All right, guys. So science peoples in the UK have been working on robots. Tiny robots. Spermbots.
Oh, shit! I almost picked this one. I almost picked this one.
Yeah.
What do you mean, Spermbot? What?
Spermbots.
What do you mean?
So we've all heard of nanobots that will one day enter our body and fight diseases from the inside out.
But this bot leaves our body?
No, this day is here, Johnny. The day is here that the nanobots will enter our body and flow throughout our body, delivering the medicines that we need. So official science peoples from the University of Exeter, I believe that's how you pronounce it, Exeter or Exeter, it's in England. So these guys have created miniature robots based on the anatomy of human sperm. The purpose of these sperm bots is not to impregnate the quote-unquote real dolls that we learned about in the last episode, but instead they will hopefully be used to deliver medicine and drugs throughout the body in a more efficient way. So the idea of Pearl Jam-inspired robots is nothing new and has even been tried in the past, but these science folks in the UK said that they got it right. Their design is easy to build with a 3D printed tail, and they claim to have the perfect head-to-tail ratio.
Wait. So you're saying that they just look like sperm.
They're not sperm. They're calling them the sperm bot because it looks like
So
a sperm
it also
cell.
looks like a teardrop.
Yeah, it's not
I mean-
made out of sperm. It is directly replicating the way a sperm works. I
don't
guess
know.
the way a
I think
sperm
there's
swims.
A lot of ways to describe it. Other than that, they would give me less queasy feelings.
But it's called a sperm bot. Like sperm is a
Sperm bot.
scientific term.
It looks just like a sperm, and they are modeled after a sperm. I mean, that's what they're trying to make.
Would you
a little
prefer the
swimming
term
robot?
jizz?
I'd prefer like
Jizzbot?
no.
I actually left jizzbot out. I left jizzbot out of my writings.
There's a lot of scientific terms out there that are nasty, like freaking.
But it's like they're
uvula.
legitimate. They're like the term for sperm is sperm. Like the scientific for sperm is sperm bot.
I just don't.
It's the proper term.
Yeah, but they're creating something. They could have given it a freaking different name.
Here, we'll use
Splooge?
No, there's a like something like teardrop or something.
Oogamy.
They might have a real
Oogamy?
name.
Is it more? Oogamy bot.
Oogamy.
That sounds like fondle me. Oogamy.
There's probably a real name, but all I saw was a picture of a sperm. I read it and I was like, "Yep, come." so that's just all. Whatever.
Damn it.
We could use its Greek word.
What's this Greek word?
I don't know what its Greek word is. I can't pronounce it. It's in Greek.
Spermata something. So their design is easy to build with 3D printed tail, and they claim to have the perfect head-to-tail ratio. Ladies, if you want to know what that ratio is, you can find me on the Facebook.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh wow! What a plug that was.
Oh my god!
You're using this podcast in all forms, aren't you, Taylor? This is just for your own success.
Yeah. So according to the books, a little sperm bot with a tail length of 0.15 inches is indeed the sweet spot.
Okay.
So looks like we're in good shape, boys.
That's what Johnny calls his.
Yeah, lol.
The sweet spot.
So wait, how small are we talking, Taylor? You said like the ratio, but like
1.5 inches.
is how big the.
Just look down, Johnny.
But that to me, I'm forgetting what you just said. Wait, but
all right, here we go. So while these cum droids are easy to build, size is an issue.
oh my god!
What else is new, right?
This is
This is wild.
This is
So
why
size-wise, the perfect ratio or whatever, the perfect length of the sperm tail for this bot is 0.15 inches. That's the sweet spot.
It's this thing is not a nanobot. This is huge.
What? I mean, that's not huge.
I'm not swallowing something that looks like a teardrop that's an inch long. What?
Dude, 0.15 inches.
Oh, 0.15.
0.15.
I thought you said 1.5.
It's talking like a little bit bigger than a tenth of an inch.
Then yeah, that's no big deal.
Yeah, no big deal.
And
so at this size, they can swim comfortably through an adult's aorta.
Comfortably, I see what you did there.
Comfortably.
Let's move on.
This is what
so
do this
an adult's
podcast.
aorta is about an inch in diameter. But to get it down to a size that Johnny would be more comfortable with, they need to get it down to about 500 times smaller than they currently are.
You're going to swallow something an inch wide. Dude, imagine like...
You wouldn't have to swallow it. They just inject that shit right into your veins.
You swallow shit an inch wide all the time with like vitamins. No. Let's hear me out. Vitamins.
It's not an inch wide.
Fish oil vitamins are fucking huge.
Yeah, it's not an inch wide.
Okay, dude. All right, yeah. So these sperm bots that we're talking about would be much smaller than a pill that you would swallow.
Okay,
much smaller.
great. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't have like, I don't know, like your index finger length. That's a lot of freaking pill.
What are we calling an inch in your world, dude?
I don't know. I don't.
An inch is not an index finger.
I don't know. Like,
go get a tape measure. There's a tape measure right in front of your computer.
One second.
Right there. It's right there. It's right there.
Just think a tenth of an inch. Just think a tenth. You know, tiny as fuck.
I know what a tenth.
He's looking at a tape measure for
saying,
reference.
Like, when you said an inch, I was like, "There's no way that would even be viable."
Leave it to Taylor.
Oh, that's
just
not
said,
that
I think
bad.
it's 25 millimeters. I believe.
That's it?
I don't know. I didn't write it down.
Dude, I'm telling you, fish oil are fucking huge. They're like 2-inch pills.
I eat fish oil every day, or I have one a day, and that's
yes.
It's
what do you do fish oil for?
Well, it has great omega 3s, omega 6s, omega 12s. It's free fatty acids, and it helps your joints.
What's 6 plus 12?
Makes your joints
18?
roll fatter.
What's 18 plus? What was the first number you said?
1?
Wait, omega 6.
Omega 3s, 6s, and 12s.
All right. What's 18 plus 3?
21.
Shit, we were close. It's fine. Maybe next time.
Okay.
Taylor, continue.
Oh, there's not much more to the story.
Well, it was.
But one of the things that that they are trying to do with it is they're trying to make it about 500 times smaller so that it can be used in like your average capillary. And the goal is to pump these fools in there. They would be delivering medicine. And I guess the way they actually make these guys swim is they oscillate magnetic fields around them. And that's how they move. So they just oscillate these magnetic fields. These tails whip, and they move along.
So they control it with a magnet.
Yeah. So basically, the head is like a magnetic head, and the tail is like this elastic little whip that they 3D print. And they oscillate the magnetic fields around them, or manipulate the magnetic fields in front of it, strengthen it, weaken it, strengthen it, weaken it, and it moves forward and swims. And its tail, I guess, does a natural swimming motion.
And so what you're saying is that the purpose of this is to help cure diseases?
Yeah, they're saying it's
right.
It can deliver cancer drugs as a form of like curing it instead of using radiation for chemotherapy. You're putting robotic sperm.
Get these little guys in there, and they can get places where this other stuff can't because it's directly in your blood. You know?
I just I don't know about you guys, but like if I go to the doctor and I'm just like, oh, my stomach hurts, like here, just take this.
Yeah, some antibiotic.
Like I'm a number at the doctor. I would not let this happen. I wouldn't like.
Well,
no, don't put anything robotic in my body.
I don't know.
Period.
My doctor, shout out to Tim Murkowski, great guy. I would definitely.
Yeah, you got one of one.
Or how about Michael Traver?
It's a very limited pool of good doctors.
I'm just saying, I would, dude, if there was an experiment and he was like, besides the word we're using to describe this robot.
Johnny, it is scientifically, listen.
I just don't like the word, Nick. It's
robotic
What was
sperm.
it? Cum droid you didn't like?
I don't think that, it doesn't make me queasy. I just think it's going to make the world queasy. Tell me it's not.
What?
The word cum droid or sperm bot. Like it makes people.
It's called sperm. Like it's.
I don't know what they call it. They just call it a tiny robot.
It's
probably.
called that because they made it look like that.
But it's like you're.
It's not actually that,
dude. What?
No, it's not just looking like it. I mean, they made it specifically based on the way sperm swim. That's why it's.
Why do you have this like some sort of? You have this like
problem?
Fear
No.
of common words. Like butthole freaks you out, and now sperm freaks you out. They're both.
It doesn't.
Normal
Pretty
words.
sure butthole is a medical term, right?
It is.
I don't think it is.
It is.
It's not.
I'm googling it.
It's in a medical book somewhere.
I'm sure it is.
Probably says
I'm just
anus
saying,
or butthole.
If
I don't
the
know.
world gets weirded out by cockroach milk from like the alternative to like cow milk, they're not going to let the word sperm bot. It's not gonna fly, dude.
I'm gonna not say what I was about to just say.
Oh, you say fly? Is that what you're about to go on?
And it was gonna have something to do with milk, like another alternative.
Okay, well,
to milk.
anyways, moving on.
But like the actual term is robotic sperm, also known as spermbots. These are people who have degrees that are higher than anything I'll ever have in my life.
I don't know if
using the word scientifically to help people. They're walking around saying robotic sperm. Those people are probably like, it's people like Johnny that make us not be. It's them.
Yeah. Fuck me for being sensitive with society, Nick. Damn. Like, really?
Society,
like,
it's the term.
People are not going to buy that, dude.
What, the word sperm?
Bot.
Spermbot.
Spermbot. I don't think the average person would be like, oh, hell yeah, put that in me.
I don't think they're going to market it as spermbot.
I'm pretty sure
we
can all
then
agree
that's
with
the
that.
point.
They're
That's
going to
the
call
point.
it something like H27945.
Exactly. Perfect. Now we're on the same boat.
But it's called a spermbot right now.
Well, then right now, that's fine.
In this paper, it's called Spermbot, Sploogebot, Pearl Jam inspired, and Cum Droid. That's what we're going with.
Did you get that from Vice.com?
No, those are all tailored words, man. I Taylor Smith those, wordsmith them, buddy.
I knew that you give a technical word. I was just sensitive on the idea that the society would literally Nick, it's no big deal.
You're such a fascinating human. No, it's not a big deal. I've heard you say worse things.
Of course, I have said way worse things, but I don't put that into public and saying this is the medicine.
We're talking. Listen,
but it is. It's real.
No, but
this is a real thing.
My horrible words, I would not market towards.
We're
society.
talking about science, Johnny.
And I know science would not use that word.
Science does use that word.
Well, yes. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking science.
We're literally talking. Like, this is an article.
Science uses that word. Science uses that word.
Either way, they're trying to use this in many ways, not only to be little robots that swim. They have found another use where they can actually kind of implant the magnetic head into a fixed position, and if the parameters are correct, like if it was positioned in a small capillary or something small enough in relation to its tail, it could actually pump. The movement of its tail can actually pump blood or pump water.
Weird.
So that's like another possibly like a real mechanical use.
What if
they could be used for?
What if the body rejects the foreign bot?
Possibly so, but there's all kinds of implants and stuff that the body accepts. I guess there's always a chance that it will reject it. But one thing that is odd is the body tends to not reject alien implants because they tend to be implanted, and when they're implanted, they have some biomass around them. So maybe they'll be able to come up with some kind of a biomass or some kind of a biomaterial that they can, put around this thing to where your body would just be fooled.
What if
wouldn't know the difference, man?
I mean, when we talk about robotic sperm or sperm bots.
Okay, look at me as if
droids.
It's not going to be twins, dude.
I can't help but think about Minority Report. I think about those little spiders, like the little spider bots in Minority Report.
Talking about in Despicable Me with the spider, the robot cookies.
So for the third time, I'll say in the movie Minority Report, the spider bots. I think about that, and what if there was a greater purpose for this, that it was like mind control or some shit?
Oh, they could put something inside you that
would
like
they're basically
yeah, dude.
This is a way to basically put a tracker on human beings, or
well, it definitely is.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, when you were talking about, I wouldn't let that in my body a minute ago. Instantly, it popped in my head. Was like, well, yeah, there would have to be some point where these things would be connected to Facebook somehow. And they're somehow just gathering data off you, not necessarily listening to you talk or something, but just gaining more statistics from you in the way that something like Facebook does. It just
gathers
info about you that maybe you think is useless, but it's going to be marketable in some way.
Oh, you're on the toilet right now? I can sense you're on the toilet. Let's put some ads on your phone.
What a dope ass crime device. Get this. Okay, check this out.
Check it.
They require it. Basically, it's if you want health insurance. So I'm the government, and I'm just like, okay, if you guys want free health insurance, you need to put these sperm bots in.
I already don't like it.
They sperm bot everybody, okay? And what they do is that when you commit some sort of crime, like if you steal or murder or whatever it is, the sperm bots inside of you basically create this surge of energy that creates a tremor in your body, and you get a 3-strike system. So it basically
where you die?
Yeah.
That's martial law, dude.
That would
Fuck
suck.
That. And if that was the case, people would be taking their lives left and right because they're like, I don't want to live with somebody else controlling my body. This isn't
right. You just behave. You just don't do bad
Royale.
shit. You just don't do bad shit.
Yeah, you say that, but nah, dude.
Because if it can drop medicine, who's to say it can't put some other shit in there?
Well, sure, it should be able to drop poison.
Right.
I mean, I guess medicine is poison. I mean, it's just chemicals.
It's a foreign.
So you
it's
could
a
just
foreign
poison
body.
this, poison that. Yeah. I don't know. That sounds kind of crazy. But when you started saying that, I was like, yeah. Then they'd know, like, the little bots would know when you're doing drugs, and it'd be like, oh, you can't get free health insurance. But I'm like, well, how's that any different than just getting a blood test? But, whatever.
I just see like multiple, like imagine, whoever these sperm bots are being made, they're being packaged, like created, packaged, preloaded, because you got to print you got to 3D print this shit, 3D print that, and this and that.
Preload.
You got to preload the load, and then what if someone interferes with the cargo, and then basically puts the wrong medicine in all of them? Like, there's so much that could go wrong.
I mean, I guess that's possible in any case. Never mind. I was trying to come up with a cool tube sock joke, but
well, let's not.
all that work just to have him end up in a tube sock.
Oh man, that's a mess.
I feel like this is the news that like the 13-year-old boy and all of us really comes out when we talk about shit like this.
It's a weird.
Yeah.
It's a weird.
Like, oh, my mic.
It's a weird concept.
It is weird, Mike.
It is weird. I think it's just cool that if they can make stuff that small, that's apparently. It doesn't seem. It seems like the difference here is there's not a lot of moving parts. It's not like a tiny machine that's got, cogs and wheels and shit moving around in there that could possibly break down and will eventually mess up. These seem very simple.
Right.
It's magnetic based with just a whipping tail, and it seems like the whipping tail does its own action based, like its current is just created based on the size of the tail versus the size of the head. So it's not like there's a machine in there moving the tail, from what I understand.
It's basically self-sufficient.
Yeah, it just moves in that perfect pattern based on the ratio between the head and the tail.
What?
So it's not like a weird mechanical thing. It's just the natural phenomenon of that shape of thing moving through liquid.
What happens when it's done and its job is done? The cancer, the tumor is gone, and your sickness is cured or whatever. Do they re-extract it from that point, or do they find the nearest place? What happens?
That's a really good question.
Like, do they keep it in? Like, do they reuse it? Like, what's next?
That's a really good question. I mean, I guess since these things are magnetically. You move them with magnets in some way. I assume there would be a way to make them all just flush out, like get them to a point where you can either extract, like they all go to pee or something. I don't know. You pee them out? I have no idea. It seems like something logical, or maybe they would even have this point where, okay, there's a home base, quote unquote,
they can
somewhere in your
extract it.
body. Yeah, they can either extract it, or wherever this home base is, that's where they can apply the new medicines, and all these bots just like report back to base, whenever they're done with their job, and they're just chilling in this base. And so you've always got these like 100 million of them in this little base at any time. And when it's time to administer medicine, you administer medicine to the home base, and then those little bots go out into your body, do their thing. When they're done, they come back to home base and just wait.
I just keep.
I don't know. That'd be a cool idea.
I keep looking at myself third person, like hypothetically, and seeing like Neo and that bot, and it's like that makes
in his
me
stomach that he has to suction out of his belly button.
Uncomfortable. That's what I'm
in the
looking at
taxi
right
cab.
now.
The only thing I can think of the whole time I was reading this was the opening scene to Look Who's Talking. I guess anytime I hear the word sperm, that's like what I picture. The opening scene to Look Who's Talking, and all my ex-girlfriends.
Okay.
Guys, I'm sorry for all the sniffling. My nose is just crazy. I'm sorry. I'm not going to edit all those out either, so. Sorry.
This podcast is also sponsored by Future Monsters, a premier apparel store with pop culture and horror focus. Each product is handmade with quality materials, so not only does it look good, but it feels so good. No mass-produced cheap garbage here, with designs inspired by King Kong, the Wolfman, and much more. These shirts are a must for every occasion, whether it be nightclub, metal shows, weddings, and of course, our favorite, podcasting. Head over to futuremonsters.com and enter the code HYBRO. That's a capital HYBRO at checkout to save 10% on your next purchase. We know we'll be doing that as soon as possible.
Let's give you. Okay, so
well then,
and then if it's on to me,
so it's
oh shit,
guys, it's our 30th episode.
It's a 30th.
You've just heard news from me and good old Taylorius Nelsonian Maximus. And now, for the first time ever, and the last time ever,
probably.
Johnny picked his own news.
Pick my own news. I messed
Look,
up.
you're already messing up.
A lot rides on this.
It does.
But I'm pretty
like
stoked.
your integrity.
I'm pretty stoked about it. But before I go into this
Our
integrity,
friendship.
don't make me more nervous, Nick. Anyways, I
Your
want to.
dad's love.
I want to. He doesn't know that I'm doing this yet. I don't think he knows this.
I know if he listens to it, he's like, "Don't fuck this up, Johnny. Come on, Johnny, I'm rooting for you, but
dead to me."
It's like a
Come on,
sporting
Bobby.
event.
Yeah,
everyone's getting closer to the speakers. Like, all right, he's gonna come on. What's he gonna do? Is he gonna mess? Is he gonna botch this? He already. All right, Johnny misstepped once.
Okay, 3 strikes, he's out. 3 strikes, he's out. All right, so I want to preface this. I was gonna say it right after Nick's news because I think it would ease his nerves. I'll just go into it. Okay,
Yeah, we don't need a preface.
You already prefaced it.
All right, great.
All right.
Perfect. Off to a great start, Johnny.
All right, Nick, leave me alone, right? I'm going to talk for a while, guys, so you're going to have to listen.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
Water. Oh, okay, my computer just
Look
turned
at this.
off. That's strike number 2. Okay.
3 points.
To Gryffindor. Okay.
Hufflepuff.
Okay.
3-point deduction.
Okay, I don't think they go by 1. Okay. Water, earth, fire, air. Long ago, these 4 elements lived together in harmony. Then everything changed when humans attacked Earth, and Earth attacked back. There have been many news sources that seem to be coming out every single week about new exoplanets. What's an exoplanet, you might ask? A planet revolving around a sun in a different solar system than our own. And moons for us to visit. And are they credible? And how do we get there? Today, we're talking about exoplanets. So more science for Nick.
Wait, are you hosting an episode or are you giving news?
News.
Okay. I thought you were talking about The Last Airbender for a second.
No, that kind of. That was it. That was a little subversion for you. For those of you at home, I'm trying my best to make this structured as the way they have.
He got so excited. He's like, guys, I wrote a whole episode and I have 30 minutes to do it.
Yeah, I was like, I have all this to do.
They finally gave me a chance. They put me in. Coach, they finally put me in.
I don't even know if it's good. It might suck. Anyways, so yeah, there's a lot of news sources coming out every single day, every single week about new exoplanets. And you see them, are they credible, right? So this is what we're talking about. All right. And
I feel like you just found like 3 sources of news. You're like, that's talking about exoplanets. That's talking about exoplanets. Great. All right. Check. Good. Let's write the episode.
It's all over the news.
No. Specific one. And it's my favorite. It is my favorite example, and we're going to go on to it. Okay, but you're right. You're actually right. The first 2 things, there's 2 sources from NASA.com, Kepler 62, full of liquid nitrogen frozen water, and Space.com.
Bro,
What?
NASA.com, that's not reputable.
Yeah, come
Reputable?
on. It so is. Come on.
What does NASA stand
Just
for,
joking.
Johnny?
The National Astronomic Space Association?
Sure.
No,
What is it?
I'm pretty sure it's North American. I'm going to say, no, that's not right. I don't know what it
Anyways,
is. Let's look it up.
It's
Fact checking.
I said national something, right?
The National Aeronautics and Space Administration.
Dude, I
Boom.
was so much closer to you guys.
Boom.
Anyways, there's a lot
Mine
of...
started with NN.
There's a lot of... What? Oh, yeah.
Nothing. Move on.
There's a lot of different sources coming out. I'll skip past that. But the coolest one, my favorite one that I've been waiting on for many years is Proxima Centauri B.
Proxima Centauri B.
My favorite exoplanet. And it's
Pretty badass name.
It is. Well, it revolves around the sun Proxima. Yeah. Anyways.
Is that on your Tinder profile?
I wish. That'd be a dope-ass
My
name.
favorite exoplanet
Yeah,
is
right.
Proxima.
Okay. Well,
There's going to be a chick out there that would really dig that.
probably. And she's the one for me. Okay. But the headline reads... Let me finish.
You got to deal with the
Bazinga.
banter. You got to deal with the banter.
Let me finish. Okay. With the headline reads, closest planet ever discovered outside our solar system with a dayside ocean. Sounds like a fucking spa, does it not?
A dayside ocean? Hell yeah, I'd visit that on the weekends.
It's like there's a sauna, a jacuzzi, a steam room, and a dayside ocean.
Dayside ocean.
Dude, like what?
Wait, okay. Give me a minute. Did you say Proxima Centauri?
Centauri B.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Proxima Centauri B.
Nick, I'm giving you the info here.
All right, no, I'm just making
what's
sure.
Alpha Centauri? Because I've heard that
Yeah,
a
so
bunch.
there's
What is that?
So
Is that another star?
there's
Alpha Centauri is Proxima Centauri.
yeah, so there's
They're the same thing.
There's I think two different suns, and they have 3 different planets that orbit around them. But this is my favorite one.
Why is it your favorite?
What's your second favorite, Johnny? I need to know. I gotta know.
Kepler. Oh shit.
Give me your top 5 exoplanets, please.
Oh shit. Kepler.
Top 5 exoplanets.
I have it somewhere in my notes. It was G something. Oh yeah, Gillespie 667 CC was my second favorite one.
Tight.
I'm a nerd, guys. I like planets.
I like Harry Potter and exoplanets. Guys, count me in. I'm a nerd.
Okay.
I also work out. I know a lot about cars, and some call me a boat guy.
No one.
Everybody calls him a boat guy.
No one calls me a fucking boat guy.
Also, his brother's a fucking pilot.
Oh my god. This episode isn't about me. It's about how dope this is gonna be. Okay.
It's about exoplanets.
All right,
Okay.
Johnny, wait, quick quiz.
What? Okay.
What's the right ascension of Proxima Centauri B?
The Red Ascension?
Yeah.
What's an ascension?
What's the constellation that it's in?
I don't know. I
Ascension is
I
what
do know
do
that it
on a
is like
daily
4.3
basis.
light years away.
What's the 4.224? Good job.
Or is
What's-
it 4.224?
What's the spectral type?
Nick, I don't know.
I'm just checking. You're
You
a
know,
fan of the
Nick,
exoplanet.
Yeah, well, okay. So my favorite food is chocolate. I don't know everything about chocolate though.
Give me 3 types of chocolate.
White,
Chocolate makes me poop.
dark, and milk. Okay. Anyways, Nick, you don't fact check you when you,
You
do
ask
topics.
me, ask me 3 types of Bigfoot right now.
It's totally
You
different.
don't have to ask
I
me.
can give
Skunk
Yeti,
ape, Yeti, and the
albino,
albino. What?
albino
The
Bigfoot.
Jasper albino
Jasper
Squatch.
albino.
I can give you 3 of those too. Okay, why am I getting patronized? I want
Black
to do
bear, brown bear, grizzly bear. That's 3. What episode is this?
Bear? I thought
30.
you said, I thought you said Bigfoot.
Well, yeah, Bigfoot too.
Oh. Anyways,
Yowie.
again, NASA confirms over 30, count it 30,
What? 30?
30 exoplanets
30!
that are inhabitable in the Goldilocks zone. Okay.
Tight.
So moving past that.
Well, how often? It wasn't too long ago that they found the first one, though, right?
Yeah.
Like it hadn't been
No, it's
a
not.
long time,
it's not
right?
super long ago, and my news gets into that a little bit as well. But it's not like we've been looking for exoplanets for a long time. It's
When,
only
when is this news
Yeah, it was
from?
like, oh, they don't exist. They don't
this
exist.
specific
Boom.
article was from like September 17th. I can look it up.
Oh,
Right.
this year.
Yeah, dude. Well, Proxima Centauri B has been around for a long time, but like the idea of
Billions of years.
Well, yeah, but like we've known about it.
Ancient.
We've known about it, but like the specifics are coming out, and there are negatives to it. Like it revolves around a red dwarf star, really really close, and it has solar flares, so like the atmosphere wouldn't be super great, and it's tidal locked, which means it always looks the same part of the face. So like there's
At
only
least the ocean's on that side.
well, it's believed that side's really really hot and the back's really really cold. So there's like a ring we would kind of inhabit.
2013
Okay.
What?
is when the first indications of the exoplanet
Yeah.
were
Really?
found.
2013?
That
Oh,
wasn't that
shit.
long ago. That's great. That actually helps me for a little
Whoa.
bit. That's
Yeah, we found 30 of them in like 4 years, 5 years. That's pretty cool.
and and again, exoplanets. The 30 is all or sorry, let me reiterate.
In the Goldilocks zone.
Yeah. NASA
Yeah,
confirms
yeah.
more than 30 super Earths in the Goldilocks zone. And the super Earth is
oh.
something that is considered way bigger than Earth.
How far is the Goldilocks zone from here?
Oh.
Well, the Goldilocks zone is just it's a distance between the sun and it's like far out and where we can inhabit and
So it's
have.
in our galaxy.
It's like
We're here.
how the Earth is related to the sun, like the distance from the Earth to the sun.
So
like the size of our sun, the distance we are, that's our Goldilocks zone, whatever ratio that is.
You're really close. So this is what it's
Okay.
like. So if there's
Cool.
the center mass, let's just call it your fist, right? There's a certain distance out which the Goldilocks zone starts. That's the inner ring, and then you keep going out in like a straight path, and then so far from that star, the end of the Goldilocks zone starts. And depending on how big the star is how big the Goldilocks zone is, or I think it was called the inhabitable zone. But anyways, when a planet is in that zone, either the front of it, the back of it, it has the properties, the necessary, abilities to have oxygen in the form of air, liquid in the form of water, and some type of atmosphere that we can essentially not have a greenhouse effect. That's the
Is it
Goldilocks
pretty
zone.
much based on temperature, or is it they're like,
Yeah.
okay, since it's in this zone, it could have all these gases or whatever, or is that also temperature based?
I think it is temperature based. That's why. So in this specific example, the Goldilocks zone is so much tighter because the star is so much smaller.
Huge. Oh.
Because
how long is a light year?
Okay, got it.
A light year?
Yeah. How long does it take space travel?
Well,
like 1 light year is how long?
Well, it's 1 year for traveling speed of light.
And can we travel at the speed of light?
No.
Hell no.
But I'm glad you asked that question, Nick, because the second piece of news has to do with light.
I knew it. We're connected.
Track with me. Dude, solipsism. Okay, so.
Synchronicity.
Damn it.
It's all right.
So track with me. So.
Tracking.
Okay, so.
Lockdown.
So the quote goes, "We chose to go to the moon. Nay, Proxima Centauri B in this decade and do the other thing. Not because it is easy, but because it is hard."
Not because it is hard.
Because it is
Not
hard.
because it is easy.
Because
Wait,
it is
did you
hard.
change the quote?
Things.
I said nay, moon, nay, Proxima Centauri B.
Nay, Proxima Centauri B.
Like we go. Anyways, you'll listen to it later.
Wait, that's not the actual quote though.
It's not. I
I'm just trying.
Is that President Kennedy?
He knows about Proxima Centauri B. My ass.
I mean, some say he was a time travel. That's saved. We'll save that for a later date.
Oh,
he was an alien guy.
That was a thought.
He's reptilian.
I didn't know that.
The more you know. Continue.
So what's holding us from getting back to why can't we go to Proxima Centauri B? Ask me why, or tell me why.
Why?
It's too many light years away.
Too many light years away.
4.224.
I say 4.3. I like to round up.
All right.
So 4.3 light years away to Alpha Centauri, 23.6 light years away to my second favorite, which is Mars's cousin, Jonnys 667 CC, I think. And past that, another option, 1,400 light years away from Kepler 452b. This is way too far away.
That's a lot of light years.
Okay.
We would have to essentially teleport there.
So
well, I guess we would if we were going faster than the speed of light.
You sound like someone's cousin at a party who just got out of prison and he just did a lot of cocaine. Like a lot of cocaine.
Dude, I like planets.
That's what you.
I like cocaine.
Like it sounded like you.
Am I speaking too fast?
You're really excited, and I love it. I love the energy.
Cool. We'll keep it up.
But it sounds like
Okay, so what seemed impossible to think a way to get there, right? It seemed impossible, but we have to know where we were to know where we're going. So this article just recently arose. Recently, in 2010, it was written, but it just recently resurfaced, and it blew my fucking mind. I'm not sure you guys have read this yet, but it was back in 2010. For generations, physicists believed there is nothing faster than light moving through a vacuum, essentially space, a speed of 186,000 miles per second. That's the speed of light. 186,000 miles per second. And there's a kilometers. You can do the conversion if you want. But, and I just heard a pencil click. Taylor's writing it down.
Taylor's like, all right, let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. But in an experiment in Princeton, in Princeton, physicists sent a pulse of laser light through a cesium vapor to quickly let the light out. So they put it through one side and it went out the other. And it basically had left the chamber before it entered. I'm not sure what that really means, but basically it went really fast.
Whoa.
It went really, really fast.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I know it sounds crazy.
Okay.
I quantified it by saying that's the best way they could describe it, because how do you really describe light at that speed? Anyways, so there was a specific vapor in this object, which made it go really, really fast. So that pulse traveled 310 times faster in that than it would have in a vacuum chamber. 310 times the speed of light. That is insanely fast. How fast, you might ask? That's...
How fast, Johnny?
Ask me again.
How fast, Johnny?
How fast was it?
How fucking fast was it, Johnny? I gotta know.
57.6 million miles a second.
Wow.
Whoa.
Dude,
that's fast.
Holy
so
shit,
fast.
dude.
310 times the speed. You can fetch that at home. My math's really bad. Anyways, you know what that means? That means that Proxima Centauri B is 4.2 light years away, but with this cesium vapor around us, going the speed of light, we would get there.
You could have got there yesterday.
In 3 days. And if we wanted to go to Mars, which is 182 seconds away via light, we would get there in 0.5 seconds.
So what happened?
But that
what do you mean, what happened?
You would essentially be teleporting, though, right?
You'd be teleporting.
In this experimenting, in this experiment, it fucking exited before it even entered the tube, right?
Yeah, it's
so
not.
So it's like I guess if something goes faster than the speed of light, is it really traveling? I guess it's still traveling that space, right? Or is it just boom, boom?
Yeah, it seems like it's impossible to measure the distance between those 2 points. It's like you put the two pieces of paper together and said, "This is now the entrance."
Same place.
Exactly.
That's crazy, dude.
It's fucking wild. And so
What? Wild and crazy?
probably that exactly. And so this is where my mind went to, right? So
All right.
we have like 2,000. Sorry, my bad. That news came back out in 2000, right? And the population was at 5.2 billion, and now it's at 7.6 billion.
Wait. What news?
The news I just said about the light
With
and
the gas?
cesium.
Okay.
Yeah, so that came out in 2000. It just resurfaced. But you talked about how fast light was moving, so I wanted to bring it in there.
Perfect.
So the population was at 5.2 billion in 2000 when they released this. Before exoplanets, before they thought about it. I'm sure it's way in their back of their head now. And the population now is at 7.65 billion and climbing. And I did some research on this, not a whole lot, but I found out the number one contributor, you guys probably both know this, to population is China. And if they're number one and they have a crazy space presence, like a mama bear in the Goldilocks zone, they are probably very, very, very eager to get us to a different planet, and they can probably do that with this fucking cesium. So
what you're saying is you, me, and Taylor are taking a trip to China to steal the cesium.
China!
Dude, we're going to China.
Harold Keymour,
Yes.
go to China.
Yes.
So we're stealing
sure.
the cesium, right?
I don't know how hard cesium's to come by. So the thing with China is that since they have 5 times the populace we have, they create a lot more greenhouse gases, but I'm sure they had their finger on their pulse of some way to unlock this code. And now that we're talking about exoplanets, and we just literally discovered the first moon out of our solar system. What's it called? An extrasolar moon, like the first we've ever found.
Really?
We just found it. We didn't have never known about. We've heard about Titan around.
So
Saturn.
none of these exoplanets have moons? I
We
guess?
just can't see them. The way
okay.
we find a planet is if we're looking at a sun really far away, a star, and the light shifts very briefly for a couple minutes, hours, and then that's the planet crossing in front of it, and then yada yada.
So we'd have to be seeing this planet in the same place several times, and then to try and see if it has a moon right next to it.
Yeah, it's not easy to find. It's
okay.
So now that I've given you guys that news, which blew my mind, it's
pretty fucking crazy. You know what that reminds me of? What's that movie we talked about last week? Nick, you brought it up. Val Kilmer was in it. Something about science and lasers. Real Genius.
Real Genius. I love that movie.
Yeah.
I'll use Best Picture.
Lasers.
Freaking love that. Oh, and there's ways we've thought about getting to speed of light, which is like
cesium.
Yes, but laser travel. So we think if we can project somebody in
like
space,
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids,
and we use a laser to like speed them up, they can go infinitely because we can shine a laser for like infinite.
But like, why are we doing any of that stuff?
Continuously power them?
I don't know, because we're sending different space probes into space just like willy nilly. But are we really trying to see how fast we can make them go?
But you and I were talking about this last night, and Taylor, we called you in the car on the way home because friendship. We went to the moon in 1969. Great. Awesome. It cost a shit ton of money. Awesome.
So much money.
But, like, how far have we come since then? Like, we did some crazy shit, and, like, we have a rover on Mars, which is pretty tight. And I know that, like, to a civilian, finding space dust and, like, particles in the space dust is crazy to a scientist, but to the civilian, what's the point of breaking news? Unless you find something that's going to change the game. But, like, if you're sending all of that shit in space, like, why are we not trying to go faster? Why are we not trying to send a dog into space?
I just think that there's a limit to the speed that humans can handle, you know?
Well, that's also a fascinating concept. So, like, the way we would accelerate would have to be either, like, very slow or non-existent, because it's not the speed that would kill us, it's that velocity change.
How much would, if you were actually traveling
at that speed,
wouldn't it like turn you into like putty?
No.
Like, I guess, there's no gravity or anything, so you'd just be coasting, right? I mean, I guess it wouldn't even, there would be no G-forces.
I think
because there's no gravity.
I think your speed, if it's constant, you don't feel it. It's only the change in velocity that you'd feel.
Okay.
So you'd have to...
I mean, I know we've talked about it a couple times on the podcast, but and maybe we should look deeper into it one day, but whatever this microwave technology that keeps popping up in my researches about, like, they think that this microwave technology might be the way to get up to the speed of light out in space, where you basically start at like a finger tap, out into space, finger tap this device, or push it with your hand, lightly push this thing, just get it in movement. And it's got this conical shape in the back of it, this weird shape that has these microwaves bouncing around, and they haven't really figured out why it propels, like why it shouldn't have any propulsion, but it does. Even though it's a tiny, tiny, tiny amount, like almost unmeasurable here on Earth.
Well, because
but
it's in space.
It's been measured. They're like, yeah, it's been measured a few times where, yeah, it does propel a little bit. But in space, all they need is that one little click. And as long as it is speeding up gradually and gradually and gradually, then it'll eventually hit the speed of light.
What blows my mind is because I got curious, what's the fastest spacecraft ever?
The Gravitron.
It is
Taylor Nelson?
I don't know what the name of it is, but it goes to the speed of 265,000 kilometers per hour, which is 165 miles per hour. 165,000. Juno probe, NASA's Juno probe.
Well, how?
I thought it was the PF Flyers while on Nick Floyd's feet.
I don't know how close that is or what the fraction of that is to the speed of light, though. That could be minuscule to the speed of light.
Oh, it's like nothing.
So, but the concept I have here, guys, even if we could reach speed of light, it would take us, like I have here, like 4 years to get to Proxima Centauri, or I don't know, 1,000 years to get to Kepler. Like that's not feasible. We would have to go faster. Now, how we would get cesium around us, I have no idea. But I just think that now that we have these two components to get us there and a place to go, we can start fucking moving. And so I'm going to leave you guys with some hypotheticals, if I may.
Tight. Wrap this up, Johnny.
I'm going to wrap it up. Hybrotheticals. So, and this is a lot of movies, a lot of sci-fi that's coming out right now. But if this was possible, would you, Taylor and Nick, make the journey and leave everything behind?
I would have to really think about what point I am in my life and exactly what I thought was going on at the place when I get there. If my job was to start a whole new race, I would maybe be down.
What do you mean your job?
Like if that was the whole purpose.
He was sent there, yeah.
I'm sent there to seed this community, seed this race with my beautiful genes.
That's probably everybody's job. It's just a side thing.
I guess that would be the job. Yeah.
Well, we need that and an audio engineer.
Exactly. We want this shit to sound crispy, baby.
How about you, Nick?
Yeah, tough. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I would. I think it would what? You get there, it would suck.
It would suck.
It would suck.
You'd have no friends, no phone, no family, no money. You'd be starting
no job. You would literally be no one.
You'd be a caveman.
You would be
miss
nothing.
things. You would miss stuff.
Dude,
but man, think about if it resembles the Earth, man. How cool would it have been to be, existing on the Earth like as you are right now with the knowledge that you have? Mm-hmm. You can build stuff, but existing on a world where it's just beautiful environment, dude, beautiful nature. And possibly, who knows, possibly deadly animals, though. Ooh,
yeah,
that could be scary.
Deadly animals? Like, what if you get sick out there? Like, what if you get some sort of infection and there's nothing
I guess
there?
that'd be a number one scare, yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of the planets, the radiation, because a lot of them, their atmosphere is not as dense as ours.
Could you come back? Like, you go and come back?
That's a concept. I think that would change the game.
100%, because I'd Christopher Columbus that shit without killing and murdering,
You
lots
call
of
it India?
people. Huh?
You call it India?
Yeah.
It's possible. If that was
India
the table,
Andromeda, that's what I'd call it.
If that was
Andromeda.
Hell yeah, because like listen, if the trip to Proxima Centauri was three days, dude, I'd go on weekends.
Sure. I just wouldn't want to die in space.
That sucks.
But the time, so when you're going at the speed of light, time is passing incredibly slower. So millions of years would have passed on Earth during that 3-day trip, right?
I don't think it's that drastic. I did some research about, it's called the Doppler effect, I think. When you travel close to the speed of light, it's never documented at speed of light, but when you travel close to the speed of light, your clock it slows down, but I don't think it stops that.
The Doppler effect is just how audio is affected by.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you travel 4 years in space and you go all the way there, how long would that be on Earth?
I don't have that number in front of me, but I don't think it would be that drastically different.
I think it is, dude. I think it's pretty drastic. I think it's minute when you're talking about, it's minute on Earth. I mean, it happens on Earth every day. Like when you travel at a faster speed, like when you run fast as fuck, time is different on your body than it is for someone who's just standing still, even though it's incredibly minute.
Oh, well, then let's assume then that, let's say you go to Proxima Centauri B and you're going like faster than the speed of light, and you come back and everyone's aged, let's say 10 years. Would you do it?
Yeah, I would do that.
1 light year is equal to 365.25 days.
Wait, at what speed?
Oh, wait.
At what speed are you going to get that to that distance of a light year? You understand? A light year isn't a time; it's a distance that you're going the speed of light.
I don't know. All I know is one light year is
But
9.4607 trillion kilometers. That's all I know.
So, anyways, we'll get off of that. But there's one more hypothetical I had in here. Do you think it is possible, feasible, or like happening that? And Taylor, have you seen Interstellar before?
Yeah.
Nick, you have obviously. Hans Zimmer, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just Hans's native tongue in Germany. Do you think there's already been a plan set in stone where like species, like stem cells, sperm cells, have been like made for a colony that the government already knows that the Earth is gonna like crash and burn, and they're sending it out, and they have a plan for it to go to one of these planets they're not telling us about, because if they did, we would all want a ticket. You think that's in place?
I do think that's very possible, dude. I mean, dude, they know somebody knows something's up, man. We've seen the Denver airport stuff. We've seen the Georgia Guidestones. We know somebody knows something's up, dude. And apparently all these aliens are coming in, and they are telepathically communicating with little Zimbabwean kids. They're telepathically communicating with Dr. Stephen Greer, and they're telling us that the planet is in shambles, man. It's about to fuck. We're about to fuck it up. There is no doubt in my mind. Like, we've talked about Space Force, and that there was probably a pre-existing Space Force that we shouldn't know about and that the president wouldn't know about.
Yeah.
Dude, there's got to be, if they really did find alien craft, in the 40s and 50s or whatever, and they've been reverse engineering it this whole time, they've got to have some crazy knowledge that we don't know about. And if there was, like, when they landed on the moon and they saw aliens while they were there, and they're like, yo, you guys get the fuck out. You're not welcome here. Humans, out. They continually go back, and they probably communicated with them, and they gave them some information, and they're like, "These are yes." I say yes.
Okay, well, I agree with you, Nick. What do you think?
So, I mean, I feel like, and we didn't talk about what our topics were today. We didn't we didn't preface to make sure we didn't pick the same topics. We just sort of like loosely told a vague description. We just said like, "Oh, mine's space, mine's universe,
mine's also
whatever."
space.
I have, like, somehow all three of our topics were related to each other.
Totally.
So how do we
sending Spermbots?
Yeah. So how exactly do we tie in?
Oh, I got you.
Spermbots.
I totally got you right here.
And then the invisible light, or FBRs.
This is how we're going about this, right?
Or FRBs, whatever they're called.
So Taylor's
and Kevin Bacon.
Taylor's Spermbots.
Yeah. If you can tie Kevin Bacon in, I'll give you $100.
Okay, so this movie stars Kevin Bacon, right? And he is being injected with these Spermbots. What was the other term, Taylor? The
cum droid.
Cum droid. And they're basically helping him become immune to what was it called in First Man? The chemicals they got in quarantine because it was what? They
didn't know. They said they were quarantined after they were quarantined for like
chemicals
3 months or something,
and like alien particles. So like Kevin Bacon's being injected with these sperm droids, and he's going on this intergalactic travel because there was a radiation or radio light that was being sent in a direction, and that led to what seemed the perfect exoplanet. He gets there to inhabit and give human race the perfect genome of Kevin Bacon with his sperm droid to making him infinitely healing.
Who's his female sidekick, or who's his female compadre? Second half.
Oh, that's super easy.
Nick,
I would say Sharon Stone.
Not a bad choice.
I was gonna go with.
I don't know why.
Yeah. So he would go there. That's his plan. But like it was a movie, but the government was fucking doing it all along. That's how it all ties in.
I mean, if we were to tie everything together,
I thought it was really fucking good.
If we were to tie everything together without Kevin Bacon, I'd say that basically these sperm bots were to basically create an internal shield in our body from these fast radio bursts if they actually do indeed affect us, because maybe one day they will.
Mm-hmm.
And these fast radio bursts are actually coming from the exoplanet.
Fuck yeah.
Uh-huh.
Synchronicity.
This was secret. Yeah, this was literally an episode about synchronicity and how 3 completely random topics that we chose without the help of one another can tie into one another.
Yeah, guys, I did this
That's
album
pretty
myself.
freaking sweet.
I'm a big boy.
Starring Kevin Bacon and Olivia Wilde.
Ooh, I like that.
I'm
I
impressed.
put her in every movie, honestly.
Taylor, was there a number 30 anywhere in your topic? Because Nick had a 30.
I had a 30.
Let me count some numbers on my page.
You had a 30.
I had a 30. It was NASA confirms more than 30 super Earths. And I want to agree, Taylor. Earlier you said something about like, oh, it'd be a beautiful nature. A lot of these planets, they're either all ocean or really rocky. The idea of Centauri being Proxima Centauri being like having an ocean, whatever it was, dayside ocean, is awesome, but it's super unlikely for that shit to happen often.
Yeah, it only needs to happen once every couple hundred years, though, I guess. You know, how long would it take us to fuck that planet up? Yeah.
It's true. Well, I think at our speed right now, if we were to go back to ancient times, not a long time, but us going there with our prerequisite notion now of Starbucks and littering and plastic, we would fuck it up really, really fast.
Right.
Dude, yeah, so my episode was going to be about this topic that came out this past week about, like, this climate change stuff. And,
all right,
it's crazy, dude.
Well, we'll talk about it.
Yeah,
it's
we'll talk about it in another episode. 'Cause it was all that crazy stuff. Then it would have tied into this episode too, I think.
Oh, it absolutely would have. I guess the last hypothetical that I would want to part on, having known this knowledge and the stuff that we know, if we could, if there was a second Earth, it was exactly the same in all way. It was a fresh start. Do you think that we would make the same mistakes as a civilization on a second Earth, knowing what we know now and seeing where we are
What
now?
kind of mistakes do you mean?
In terms of like
Environment?
gases and environmental and
I want to think so.
structural and shitty
I think,
people.
yeah, dude, I think it comes down to convenience. And people will probably start off doing things normal pioneer ways. And then once they figure shit out, more sciences happen, industrial revolutions happen, and things just get more convenient. Like, it'd be so hard to change some of our ways right now. Like, on just a personal level. Like, how, like, you need to, like, consume foods that have less plastic wrappings, But how the fuck you do that? I have no fucking idea. You know that you need to be driving an electric vehicle. Can any of you guys afford it? I can't afford it. Like, it's so hard. I don't even understand how, as normal people, can we do this? I want to recycle. My town does not recycle. You have to pay for the recycling, the recyclers to come here and pick up our recycling. It is nuts. I went on the rant, dude, when I worked at Jonnys Pizza. I was like, guys, we throw away an insane amount of stuff that is clearly recyclable. I'm going to start doing it for our store. And I started doing it, man. I was doing it for maybe 3 or 4 months. I was taking all the cans that I could, all the cardboards I could, all the metallic rounds that I could, and I would take them to the recycler, man. And not necessarily to make money, but kind of. Yeah, I wanted to redeem them for cash. Not that it was very much. But, dude, it's so time-consuming. It's so, like, hard. Where do you keep all this stuff before you go take it to the recycler, It's just a big-ass process. And I don't know, man. I feel bad about myself because I equated it to a waste. I equated it to a waste when I know it wasn't. I should have just kept doing it and tried to make that habit branch out in other parts of my life. But it was hard and it didn't work.
Wow.
But I want to do something. So if we can figure something out, if our listeners know, if we have listeners out there who have made changes like this in their life, and they're like, oh, I got a simple method that will help you. I want to know some shit. Because I want to start doing something.
What if it was like stop eating ice cream because that's where cows make ice cream?
I'm fucking with it, dog, because I'm months into that plan,
What
son.
about stop eating pizza?
I'm so off the creams right now, dude.
What about stop eating pizza because cheese comes from cows?
Well, come on, guys.
Let's be reasonable. Let's be reasonable.
Let's take some steps back.
I'll eat less cheese, but what if we just make a compromise and say, okay, I don't need to drink milk as long as we can make creamers for my coffee out of something,
Almonds.
I don't need to drink milk, but I need some cheese every now and then. I mean, like, cheese is 90% of my diet. But yeah, I will make some kind of change.
So Nick,
yes,
Nick, I would say we would make a difference on an exoplanet if given the opportunity in our future. If the right people went, and if we had 100% solid evidence that if we didn't, we would just be as easily doomed to fail.
Right. And are we actually? I mean, and we okay. That's it's a can of worms.
Yeah, it's a huge
for
there.
a future episode. But are we actually as doomed as we say we are? Because I feel like every 7 years, 5 to 7 years, I see the article that says climate
change.
Climate professionals say that we only have until to live, or a whole entire Earth is going to die.
That was YK20.
Like. It happens often.
Always near election times.
Yeah.
You know, it's just one of those hot issues that they can just toss up and be like, divide people. You know, clearly divide people. Show us what side you're on.
Yeah. I mean, like, think about how, this is a can of worms, but think about how they were doing things back in the 20s, 30s, 40s with how polluted things were with coal mining, with all of that shit.
Manufacturer.
And even though we do a lot and we have a lot of people living here, we have a lot of gases and all that stuff, like we're still kind of doing things better than they were.
We'll get to that.
It's just kind of how you look at it. I mean, they were burning coal for their specific machine. We're burning coal to make energy to run the new machine that doesn't burn coal. You know, so still burning the same shit.
We'll get to it though.
Still burning fossil fuels.
Let's just switch to solar and call it a day.
Yeah, Elon Musk solar rooftops didn't do shit
love it.
though.
Oh, we need free energy. We need global free access to energy that Tesla was talking about.
It's coming.
Hopefully. I mean, that's what those fucking pyramids. Fire those pyramids up, dude. I'll build a pyramid in my backyard if I have to.
Taylor's like, oh my God!
Aliens are fucking coming!
It's happened!
That was a dope ass sound.
That was great.
Dude, that was... Well, what'd you make that with?
That was a pyramid sound.
All right, well, guys, if you got a hypothetical you want us to talk about or a thought you'd like to share about today's episode, great news. You can shoot us an email at hybrothoughts@gmail.com. Guys, you don't just have to send us a hypothetical. You can send us a news story that interested you that you want to hear us talk about. You can send us a fun fact that you want to hear us talk about. Guys, we'll talk about anything.
Yeah, tell us how much you hated me hosting.
Yeah, tell us how much you hated
I don't know, John. I think you fucking crushed it.
I think you crushed it.
I'm gonna cry.
I'm proud of you.
Some of those words were real
shit.
tight.
I'm actually getting a little...
You did great. You talked a little fast, but...
Yeah.
A little verklempt.
That's me.
I'm very fast. It was great. You did a great job.
It's the last time doing it, guys, so bye.
I mean that from my soul.
I don't know. We may need you to do it every couple of weeks,
Yeah.
but...
We need you.
Keep us fresh.
Also, make sure to head over to our Facebook page. Give us a like at facebook.com/Hybrothetical Thinking for more content throughout the week. Guys, and also make sure to send an email to Capri Sun because we haven't talked about it in a while, but God, we'd like to get sponsored by it. And we can't.
Trying to get 100,000 signatures on this petition.
We can't do it without you guys. So with that being said, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, and all that shit. Right now, I just want to take a second, and I want to shout out my boy Sneaky Rafiki.
Yeah.
Sneaky Rafiki!
Sneaky Rafiki.
Sneaky Rafiki is a legend. He is one of a kind, wonderful.
He's hitting us up, dude.
And a large support system for this podcast. Also, I want to shout out to...
I'm noticing that Nick shouts out a lot. We got to come up with shout outs today. I shout out to
hell shit.
Shout out to Taylor Nelson. He's dope as hell.
Shout out to Jacqueline Alexis as well. You've also been an amazing support system. Of course, we got Nikki Normshire. And some other amazing people listen to the podcast. I just want to take a second, guys. Thanks so much for getting us to episode 30. This is fucking incredible.
Dude, episode 30.
It's wild.
I didn't think we were going to go very far.
I know.
How many months is this?
A long time.
4 times...
It's 30 weeks.
Equals
it's like
30 weeks.
4 times 6?
It's 30 weeks.
How many months is that?
30 divided by 4.
Yeah, but I'm not.
It's almost 8.
A bunch of film students doing math, guys.
Yeah, it's almost 8.
It's almost 8. Has it been 8 months?
Dude, 8 months?
Almost.
Yeah,
doesn't really feel like it.
7.5.
That's crazy.
It's nuts.
Dude, is that wild?
Holy shit.
7 months? I'll never get back, but I can have.
But on that note, let's just end it on that note. I want to end it right
guys,
now.
that's a lot of Fridays.
All right, guys, episode 30. We'll see you at 31. I have been and always and still will be until the climate takes me. Nick.
Hey, guys, I'm Taylor.
I'll be on Proxima Centauri B as Johnny Clark waving you. See you guys later.